Welcome to the Startup Espresso. I'm Halti Martin, the host of the show, where we talk about raising funding for your startup and the time it takes to have an espresso. I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, this is Halti Martin with the Startup Funding Espresso, your daily shot of startup funding and investing. Not all revenue is the same. Investors look at the characteristics of the business, which impacts the quality of revenue. Revenue that comes from a source that will sustain longer will have a higher value to investors. Here's a list of characteristics investors use to assess the value of a revenue stream. If the business has a sustainable advantage, then the revenue will have a high quality because it will reoccur longer. If the business has network effects, then the revenue has a higher value because of the competitive advantage that network effects brings. If the business can predict its revenue stream, then it will have a higher value as it will give the business visibility on the forecasts. If the business's product has high switching costs, then its revenue will be valued more as customers will stay longer. If the business has high customer concentration, then it will be at greater risk since the revenue relies on a small number of customers. If the company has high marketing spend, then it will reduce the value of the revenue as it's considered costly compared to revenue generated by organic demand. Thank you for joining us for the Startup Funding Espresso, where we help startups and investors connect for funding. Let's go start us today. Halti Martin is the director of Investor Connect, which is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the education of investors for early-stage funding. All opinions expressed by Hall and podcast guests are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of Investor Connect. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon as a basis for investment decisions.